the end of everything. There will come a time when the last star burns out, when the final black hole evaporates into nothing, and the universe, once full of light and motion, falls silent. But what happens after that silence? Does everything fade into true nothingness? Or does nothing itself still exist? This is the paradox of endings. Even when all matter, energy, and time are gone, something remains. A canvas of emptiness that might not be empty at all. When we think of nothing, we imagine a void, an absolute absence. But physics tells a different story. In science, nothing isn't empty. It has structure, potential, and laws. Even a vacuum, the emptiest space we can conceive, is filled with invisible fields and tiny bursts of energy flickering in and out of existence. So if the universe ends in emptiness, it may not be a death into nothing, but a return to the most fundamental state of being. According to quantum field theory, every point in space is alive with invisible energy. Even in total darkness, particles spontaneously appear and vanish, virtual pairs born from the vacuum itself. This restless sea of fluctuations means that nothing is never truly still. The vacuum hums with potential, a cosmic heartbeat beneath existence. It is the foundation from which the universe arose, and perhaps the one to which it will return. Cosmologists predict a series of ages after the stars die. First comes the degenerate era. White dwarfs, neutron stars, and black holes dominate. Then the black hole era, as even those giants evaporate through Hawking radiation. Finally comes the dark era, a universe without light, without matter, without time as we know it. But even then, the vacuum persists, a silent field stretching endlessly, waiting. When the final black hole vanishes, the universe becomes almost empty, a thin soup of photons and neutrinos diluted across unimaginable distances. Temperature approaches absolute zero. Time loses meaning. But space still exists, and within it, the quantum vacuum remains active. Out of that stillness, tiny fluctuations might one day spark again, creating new regions of space-time, new beginnings born from the ashes of the old. If the vacuum can fluctuate, then nothingness is not the end. It is a womb. Quantum cosmology suggests that entire universes can emerge from the vacuum through quantum tunneling. A single fluctuation could inflate into a new Big Bang, creating another cosmos with its own time, space, and laws. In this view, our universe may not be the first, nor the last, just one breath in an eternal cycle of creation and silence. But there is a darker possibility. Physicists believe our vacuum may not be truly stable. It might be a false vacuum, a temporary state that could collapse into a lower energy form. If that happens, a new vacuum bubble would expand at light speed, destroying everything in its path, not with fire, but with redefinition. A new physics overriding the old. The end would come, not as an explosion, but as an update to reality itself. Even the concept of nothing cannot escape paradox. For to define nothing, we must already imagine space, and that space is something. Every vacuum is a framework, a geometry, a set of laws. Emptiness is not the absence of being, it is being in its most simplest possible form. The universe may die, but existence itself in some form may be eternal. If the vacuum is eternal, if even emptiness holds potential, then the end of the universe is not tragedy, but transformation. Perhaps what we call death is simply a change of state, energy returning to stillness, time dissolving into timelessness. A final pause before the next beginning. In this vision, the cosmos is not destroyed, it breathes. And so when everything ends, when galaxies fade and light itself becomes a memory, what remains is not nothing. It is the quiet field that gave birth to everything, and will do so again. Perhaps, in that silence, existence whispers to itself, I am still here, because even nothing is part of everything.